course. Wow. But Montiasia what the air coso Nansai no there with a man for complaining about outages here and there. Understanding what have you gathered, me pacho?
First of all, public service, public service. One would have thought, say, in a proper jurisdiction, no? The energy sector plays, i.e., from generation, transmission, and distribution, no? BUIC, Energy Commission, Ministry, Information Ministry, Presidency. Don't you think that they owe the people of Ghana some explanation?
Yes.
I mean, this is simple. Say Naba, say anything. We are doing our best to resolve it. People may not be happy, people may not be entirely satisfied, but at least you'll be responding to the ordinary Ghanaian. But you see, we've done our checks. If they won't talk, you kasa. In Ghana for. And Chebia Okai say Wako for a shut down more pipeline.
Yes.
Because of the $20 million Kabia Bedaho. No, Emma, Minister of Finance, FOC Momutia, more 6 million. Share, but Niakano, Omniomo, any arrangement. Na Omuntutia and Kakrakra. Intino, Omutia 6 million out of 30 million. It's around July. And Omuniomo, year monthly arrangement on Bitia Niakano. And then stay current. Unfortunately, government and the Ministry of Finance has failed to live up to expectation. What letters be brave, notification be brave, no response. Until the last one, no, 17 hours GMT, and almost shut the pipeline, no. As a result of that shutdown, no, it led to 115 scarf of gas stranded in the west. That is Takrady Enclave.
Okay.
And the plants in the east, Yetema, Sun Power, 360 megawatts, was compelled to shut down. Senate shut down. Asogli, 530 megawatt. It was limited to 165 megawatts. AXA gas-fired unit generation has been limited to 16 megawatts instead of 132 megawatts. HFO fire units of AXA and also could only run for 4 hours. Scanning on the HFO no CNTV and to be anguho. So HFO no anyhow. So gas meanwhile you can rely on heavy fuel oil for AXA.
Yes.
Yeah, we deliberately brought these plans for flexibility. But scanning on the HFO source and after 4 hours no. A doom. The plans are now available. So since when I was so apparently full unit. Tapcoso has been down for some time now for maintenance. That is why we always talk of some level of excess. Because Tapco is now down. And need the emergency. A result in 700 megawatts deficit. In years, water power. In Cote d'Ivoire, we had to reduce them to 0. CEB, Togo, we had to bring them to 50 instead of 150. Sunabel, Burkina, they had to do 100 instead of 150. In the first day, there was load shedding and a dumsor of 500 megawatts. And also, micro details, 630 megawatts. And the bottom line is a financial problem. So I buy to me pay scanning net. They could share what they will open the pipeline. Without that payment, WAPCO won't be a pipeline.
But Honorable, how is it possible, sir, even with Atuabo gas and the narrative around Atuabo gas, still I rely this heavily on WAPCO? Because if...
No, we rely only on their pipeline, not their gas. It will be a friend reverse flow.
Yeah,
you have enough gas in the west. You don't have gas in Tema, which is the east. How do you bring that gas from the west to the east? You need a pipeline. Currently, the only pipeline available is the WAPCO pipeline. It's an old rented pipeline, no. Now the gas not from Mako. And we know a gas that has been transported through the pipeline consumes generated electricity. The electricity has been sold, but we cannot pay for the use of the pipeline.
But on this reverse flow at the end, because I recall, sir, the gas master plan document and Amakofi Boas minister mu produce, you know, the reverse flow was something we had to do. How come, sir? If you rely on WAPCO, no?
You're right. It tells everybody that you've been following the sector and you do a lot of research in respect of the energy sector. You can see a dedicated pipeline.
Yes.
And then announce that they will suspend the dedicated pipeline. When your policy, baby, I disagree with the buying with Kurano. Assume it's a dedicated pipeline, but you don't announce it. You put it on the table. So we'll buy a pipeline. Why is negotiating with WAPCO? So that we'll buy a lower price. I don't know if you get my point.
Yes.
But when you announce publicly, say, oh, NDT4 pipeline norm comes from any you. Then WAPCO for negotiate here. You strengthen their bargaining power. So they got it at a higher price, and now we are paying for it. You can't pay for it. And this is a challenge. And I know people, look, Mother, and Kofowa system, they are committed to use their own capital to build a dedicated pipeline for Ghana. Because then it's a security matter as well, so that you have two options. But of course, we have to pay for it through the value chain. But this government decided, say, we know 6 million pesos, and you know the impact of this. One, it impacts everybody in terms of the economy. But two, and that's the critical one. Gas Nankasan is one of the Kiawichia. I don't know if you get me, American.
Yeah, I get you.
Because the gas is available.
Sure.
You have decided that you are not paying for the pipeline. They will bill you. The other side is also the generation plants. They will also bill you because they say we are available. Give us the gas and we generate. So they will also bill you. And only take or pay. Say every obia AXA beka ho. So MPP ba o ma sign AXA. And also take or pay at the ho. You should avoid this situation. And look, let's face it, this situation was avoidable. WAPCO kept sending notification, reminders, and everything. They didn't respond.
The $6 million dollars and our Ghana cedis.
Dollars.
$6 million. And a canon casano after WAPCO de letter buy and a buying cocoa triabi.
A buying triabi. WAPCO are reasonable. Once they realize that there's some flows.
Yes.
And in this business, WAPCO so lose because almost was shut in, the pipeline is idle. Until you do all the economies and the energy sector, you don't allow waste. So I thought that they should engage further. It's not too late immediately, and the president should call the finance minister to pay that money and keep current. The other one, your cash waterfall now, make one. Minister of Finance, Ajaboso, and now Omodeya Omope. Cash waterfall is supposed to ensure equitable distribution of revenues. You won't get everything, but at least ubenya kakra. 3 months, Liko umunya wanted impo. Ghana gas, umunya bi.
How is that possible? Because
I'm telling you, Liko for issue statement, Messania bro, threatening that they will shut down because all plants are getting old and old. If you don't improve and upgrade the system, and then you realize that even with gas, with fuel, with plants, you cannot transmit power because the grid would have been weakened and downgraded to a level where it's no more resilient to transport and evacuate power. See, these are the issues. So I think the finance minister should stay back in respect of the cash waterfall mechanism and allow PRC and the energy ministry to work on it. So that if there's a shortfall, the state would intervene and deal with it. Because the Ministry of Energy and PRC, they don't manage the currency. It's the finance minister. So if you allow your currency to weaken by the margin at which we are witnessing now, it creates a dislocation. And it's the Minister of Finance that has to deal with it.
Into the recent outages, a purely generation problem and your distribution, right?
It's not even a generation. The generation plants are available. It's purely financial because the gas. Then the gas too is available. The pipeline is available.
Sir, a generation problem in a shortfall.
Yes. So we are not able to generate enough power
because
arising from the inability of gas to the plant.
Sure.
And the gas cannot also go because the pipeline is not available.
Sure.
The pipeline is not available because of financial issues. You know, drill it down. It's just money. Once you get the money, when you say a course of moda madry, and a plant need be atochima, and now there's an emergency pipeline at break. No. It's just money. Any year, so much year, WAPCO will be willing. But I've engaged WAPCO officials, and they said that once we get our check, we open the pipeline.
But going forward, and I think to be safe as a country and to take our destinies into our hands, this reverse flow pipeline, we should build a dedicated one. Very, very.
No, we need a dedicated pipeline. Yeah. We need it. In fact, once we even announce it, I think the WAPCO will come back in it. Because eventually we don't really need gas from Nigeria. Not that much. Even if we need not that much.
Yeah.
And if there's no gas flowing, a pipeline will be redundant. And they need that pipeline to be working.
That's true.
Yes, a better drink.
That's true.
And I think that we need a dedicated pipeline to transport our gas from the west to the east. Something we should consider as a country.
Assuming, sir, finance ministry nyesikana entria na situation said yetia until that money is paid, maybe the ECG would have to issue a load management table, I suppose.
Oh, they should have done that by now. They know that they will share load. It's just the politics. Once they announce, you better share the load, and it becomes a political issue. But the truth is that the power is not available. They are shedding load. And I had outage, and I knew there will be outage. It's not like emergency. Stop bushfires. Now bushfire. You see, what when you're bushfire. And bushfire lead to 500 megawatts loss. I mean, let's get honest with the people of Ghana. BBC, and let's learn from it. Because this is the second time we're having such a major challenge arising from non-payment for gas. We must find a solution to that.
Very well. Honorable,
but before I ever call
okay.
Energy sector, so for the first time after the Menuina, you bet you have that.
Yeah. Wait, VAT on electricity tariff
for residential users.
Yeah.
Because since the Fourth Republican dispensation, we've always considered residential consumption as a social good.
Sure.
It's not for business. It's a social good. For some very strange reason, this government has decided that from this month, they will put VAT on residential users. And it's ad valorem.
Yes.
It's not a fixed amount. Each time electricity tariffs go up, you pay more for electricity tariff and pay more in respect of taxes. And then the lifeline now, time near 50, they have now lowered it to 30.
Oh, lifeline is now 0 to 30?
Oh, it's 30. It's 30. They've lowered it to 30.
Meaning, sir,
I can send you the reckoner.
Oh, the new reckoner is out?
Oh, it's out.
Okay, and I know what forward there, mommy. What did that mean? Sir, the number of another category falling into lifeline are shrinking.
In fact, it's virtually non-existent.
Yeah.
I mean, how many people are? I just a one bulb.
30. That's a bare one bulb.
One bulb because one bulb, 1 kilowatt hour, no consume for 30 days. No when you have 30 kilowatt hour. I mean, you want to use more than 1 or 2 bulbs.
Yeah.
you won't be there again.
Yeah.
Wow. It's a serious matter.
And then also the VAT will be the normal VAT rate right?
You see, I've asked for the details. From my information from GRN, 3 categories. And now form NHIF.
Yes.
Debt fund. And some VAT na bedaso. Yeah, time there is 17% flat. buy way by. I think that's the thing about this MPP government. Almost they have decoupled it. I know the meaning of the decouple. Bill never will cheer NHIL no. No what cheer get fund no. No more the account scan no. The boom will be answer on the VAT 12.5 not so. Until there is something called effective pass rate. Which check here you then be paying about 21%. Because the incidence of tax is how much you are paying at the end of the day on the normal bill. And when you check it, because it's cascading, no, NHIL Beba first, get fund Beba near the boom, and then you charge you over it, no, then you'll be paying a higher amount. And you see, maybe some common kind of rambo it won't be a problem for me. But then they won't even accept the fact. We just try to dribble you. But that's the reality. Prices are going to go up. Cost of living is going to go up.
Mensaka, our colleague, member of parliament, deputy minister energy, Honorable Andrew Japamesa, other line. So, my Musano, one or two questions, and then we can wrap up. Yes. Honorable Andrew Ejapa Mesa, MP secondary constituency. Aqua, but our poem to then.
I believe Adamaka, as was there.
Official Panso.
I think about I think it's in a couple NATO. And I had the wife in come.
Amen.
Now, when you do this, what our position.
Service to the people. When the 8 years, you have to work.
In the mode young Komoya by very simple. I mean, in recent times, you outages be here and there. Honorable John Jinapor makes the point that pure financial problem. Yet the WAPCO cow was send reminder after reminder, $6 million. Want to mean and that's how come we are here. Why is that, Mpocho?
Yo, Obi Medawasi. Or DJ Papa. At least, finally, you know, NDC Wajatum, the dumsor has always been a financial problem. McKay, His Excellency the Vice President, will make them statement when we're in opposition. That look, problems are Ghana for home for 4 years. It's not because the new generation and data are available shows that we have sufficient generation installed as opposed to what our peak demand was between the period and the other soon. In fact, on several occasions, then President Mahama indicated that pipeline be other gas in Nigeria or the bar ship now could be fractured. On them gas in Nigeria only same 50 yet the soon. And question then we asked was there, Nanche gas in here on the continue full able to make that power plants. Able to make light crude oil, able to make DFO, able to make HFO. But sika something free and then you be answered to all these alternative fuels yet the soon. And see would deny on many occasions attributing it to all sorts of things. But the facts and data will be our documents and speak to you will be because I've sat in your studio, I've shared it with you, which clearly shows where your installed capacity in 2012 was, what our generation what you call a peak demand was, and what in 2015 the incrementals and the growth curve indicate quite clearly that the dumsor them between 2012 and 2016 was completely uncalled for. Look, West African gas pipeline, GMP is the first one cow. Damakao will make a demand sometime in December. GMPC 3 is Kennedy when training now was under ECG Sikasambi, I want to do through the cash waterfall mechanism to GMPs, GMPs is to made and Utumitia. Now, I don't know, and Sika GMPs will clear more on the ones will make a representation to the ministry, your Ministry of Finance, holidays, approval processes are all go through no delay. And see on the 9th, working Tele one services. As of ending the 10 o'clock, now I restore. Then the approvals over here are the man on the one's getting has been done. While restore power. While restore one gas transportation services by moving power from Western region to Tema to power young plants. And so that's the situation as of this material moment when they work. But my one year there, of course, your teacher man no yen expectation there. Omani ye obako nenyim ne kanko obey ne hiasam. Na statements they may and some of my post there including my brother. I want to say that
Honorable, what line we break, Pocho? Yes. Position who ye kakrebi mambo Pocho. Hello. Hello, Honorable Mesa. Too bad. We seem to have lost Honorable JJ Oho.
Oh, Wonyano.
Na homa no ase but I think he makes
I pray he comes back.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, but I'm so afraid but he makes the point very instructive, sir. I think payment was omoyema wapko na go through. According to him, Wapco restore.
So it's a financial problem.
Oh yeah, he admitted to that. To that.
Now he said, in Japan, you should learn a bit from this sector. Okay? I'm sending you this document. Energy Statistics 2017 revised. End of December 2016. Akosombo installed capacity 1,020. Dependable 550. Does that not tell you that there's a deficit from the hydro sector? What money can you use to resolve that problem? You are telling us on this program, because of a shutdown of this same pipeline, there is dumsor anamibwa. Yes. Mahamatam be a break you. Ship anchor a breaky pipeline. If there's load shedding, we say no your financial. What kind of times? Okay. I don't know what they take it for, honestly.
Honorable Ejapame Sampocho Abebiwa.
Maba.
Fantastic. Inti na Erika Sampocho for one simam.
Na JJ Osman.
We'll see.
When I came on, remember. Let's be candid with the people that we're dealing with. Where the information that is available for everybody. Okay. Last time, we knew were Metro. Of course, because of time, we didn't exhaust some of the issues.
We exhausted it.
But the point that I'm making is this, that your teacher man, a man can call order of interest to us. But what I seem to be hearing is how is that contributing to the progress of our country? In any event, Obi.
Yes.
The issue with WAPCO on Nigeria gas, because on Nankasano already there's some turnaround maintenance via Chevron for a year. And see, the volume of gas that is coming from there has been reduced, but still every day over. And that arrangement is a VRA arrangement. It has nothing to do with GMPC. Maya can answer me the reverse flow of gas from Takrady to Tema, right? Or Sunday in the west, there were excess gas. And see, what we did was to go into an arrangement. You use West African gas pipeline, one pipeline our bill from Nigeria to Takrady, to move some of the excess gas back to Tema. No, gas transportation service will provide a car. And the truth is, in the sector, there will always be some level of debt. Why? Because revolving. The issue invoices, invoices on the crown issue. If your hot time no is 30 days, some 60 days, some 10 years. Until you pay is a debt. You get what I mean?
Yes.
But I'm saying that why should people be excited there? Especially when, if you relate the two situations between what happened on the 9th on the 10th, resolving, and what pertained between 2012 and 2016 to say that it's even the same. How does that even arise? And why should people be excited there? Yakwa light now go off for one day, and so they say, "Oh, dumsor is back."
Honorable,
what does it mean?
Yeah, my
assurance.
Yes.
Yes, there was a temporary commercial issue that has been resolved, and WAPCO for one services have been fully restored. Dumsor is not back. Dumsor belongs to the era of former President Mahama. It will remain there. Nana Dodanko Akufo-Addo has at all times worked to ensure that we provide finance to meet the bills as and when they come. Yes, there will be shortfalls here and there. There will be some debt that is still pending, and the payment will make a point on city that today, as we speak, outstanding data, every IPP score, say a computation about 30-35% is SS capacity. What does it mean? I've heard arguments that, well, SS capacity is always required, but SS capacity, what is the volume or quantum of SS capacity that is required at any one point in time? And of course, so we demand or grow over the years. The fact that our contract power, say 2,000 megawatts, now incrementally every year, they consume 10% or not 20% of it by way of demand growth, doesn't take away a cow now for the power that you've contracted over the tenure of the agreement. So these things, though, and JJ, quick to add there, some with respect to this matter, as far as we are concerned, another there's some misinformation or untruth, then it probably is coming from you and not us.
Okay, but Honorable, in the end of that, may use as an example, Mekania Udumi around 9 a.m., 9:30 thereabout, obey around 10 p.m., 10, 11 p.m. What you're saying there, in the Wotria Kauno about time, and when was the gas restored in their pipelines?
Me is so sure whether Anapa said our light offer, it was because of this situation.
Okay.
Right. The reverse flow is moved during the peak period, which is in the evening. Right. In fact, during the day of peak period, most of the gas is used for non-power. Okay.
Can I ask a quick question?
Power.
Yeah, Honorable, the
Nanusia, quick question.
Or the Nanusia, no Webusa. Yes, Honorable Mesam Pochotrodo.
Hello. I'm not so sure whether the WAPCO for one curtailment was the reason for the daytime outage that you experienced. But what I know in the peak time yesterday evening, there was a shortfall of about 510. March there, it didn't cry like a 1/3 of our total demand or the total generation peak demand for the day. It's not true. Peak demand is in the region of some 3,600 approximately, right?
Okay.
On Ukraine are achieving sometime in March of 2023, and 510 of that can never be 1/3. Okay, it was yesterday evening that there was a shortfall. In fact, 700 and a little over that. But the export power be from Ivory Coast, Burkina Faso, Benin, and Togo to complement local supply. And see, the shortfall was in the region of 510. On the as of 8 p.m. WAPCO one lifted one curtailment imposition. And gradually the power plants were onboarded with the gas that was available to restore the power in its
but why do we have our destinies in the hands of WAPCO? Reverse flow, why the pipeline on your end?
You want to share to build an onshore pipeline. But it's because until the point where you build the onshore pipeline, only the most efficient way of moving the gas from the west. Alternative, the liquefying, now transporting via trucks, now regasify to power the plants. So the most efficient, cost efficient means of moving it is pipeline. And because West African gas pipeline they are available, and they have the mechanism to do the reverse flow. That's why we are dependent.
Yeah, because earlier
there were alternative programs in terms of moving some of our power plants to Ashanti region. Already GMPC were contract capacity on Gensa one pipeline, for which they did some swaps on also plenty issues. So you take time for the transaction. We make all sorts of noise when the truth of the matter is that my brother John is record to have even praised the Gensa transaction. I give him that, which is good. Okay. And so if we move some of the power plants to Kumasi, then my AXA, on I believe in 2027, Ameri plants, 6 of them have already gone. They are working to install them. Decision has been taken to move the additional 4, rather than use it to repower T3. Although it just told the very day that it was commissioned.
Okay.
Right? And see, so not power. Then immediately you have some 250 megawatts in Kumasi that you can then power onto Gensa pipeline. As opposed to
honorable, not JJ there or question. JJ Mpacho busa our question no briefly. Yes.
Minia. So is Japan saying they were not aware that WAPCO has sent notices? He is not aware as Deputy Minister. His office is not aware
that WAPCO had sent notices or reminders
that the money had not been paid and that they were shut down.
I have a letter here. But we have to work through Ministry of Finance to get approval.
Whatever that was the hobby. You see the laxity in this government. Who pipeline, shape a breaky pipeline. You are holding Mahama responsible. Who your trail letter amount, your amount notice. So on this day, one Triamia may shut a pipeline. You sleep on the job. They shut the pipeline. There's load shedding, and you come and blame the end user. We are happy that we are in dumsor, happy that my lights are off. Please take it serious. It's a serious matter. It's not politics. And this is not the first time, Obi.
Yes.
That is the point. This is not the first time. If this was the first time, Umpa, then you could be excused. This is the second time. Please take this job serious. Now you're talking about excess capacity. If you knew we have excess capacity, why are you signing new plans into the system? And then Obi, ask Ejapa. AXA will be less. AXA will be less for yesterday and the day before yesterday, even though they did not produce power. You signed that contract. It's a take-or-pay contract. We settled it in your studio, Obi. You were there.
Yes.
Quoted the various clauses that show say we'll pay capacity. In any case, look, you've done almost 8 years, and you still want to blame Mahama. Then what is the use of being in government? 8 years, 8 years. You know, you are working as a pipeline break. There's alternative for other fuels. HFO could run for only 4 hours. You don't have HFO in stock. It's a fact. Please go and sit down and do the right thing. That is what you have to do as a minister. Especially when this is not the first time that you know WAPCO can shut down. What you do is to have some reserve in terms of crude oil. You don't have it. Look, when the pipeline broke, we didn't have Atuabu. We didn't have OCTP. We didn't have the 10 field. Today you have all these fields. And then you are saying, oh, yeah, Nigeria. Kamahama insists our trouble gas pipeline now. A gas processing plant. Would you even be talking about reverse flow? You build a nation. I mean, you've inherited so much assets. There's a challenge. We are saying, let's find money and pay them. And that's what I'm
Yes.
That's what I said. I didn't even blame government. I said, look, they've sent reminders to you. You haven't paid them. Make money available so that the power will be on. When we say we are happy, we are jubilating. Did I come jubilating on your program? I didn't call myself.
Okay, JJ,
you called me.
I think your point is well made, but the long and short, as the Honourable Minister said, and it's the payments have been done. The
long and short is that how can we avoid this situation again?
No, I wanted to ask.
That's the main thing now.
No, now me busa one question. Be say
okay.
Now gas flow through these pipelines has been restored. What it means, they say we will not see what happened in Rani and Rich, at least for now. That should make all of us happy, and I say we should be still concerned.
No, we should be concerned about the future because this is not the first time. If it was the first time, then we say so. It's a fluke. It's once, but this is two. So the next question is that what can we do in order to avoid such a scenario again? Because as for what when Chioma shut the pipeline, that is what Honorable Japan should be assuring Ghanaians. That look, this will be the last time it won't happen again, and the government would ensure that we won't have a repeat of a shutdown of the pipeline arising from non-payment to WAPCO.
Very well.
Then we can then be making progress. Let's come and engage in this. On truth, it's not supported by the facts. And I settled this matter with you, Japan. I brought the evidence. You even withdrew the document you brought. What the man made me really want to try and I would delete it. What's up? Me delete it through phone to a friend. Me, church and say where you're wrong. Me, yeah, where you a free system. The name of phone is to be on crowd.
Mama Nasi, Honorable Mesa finally near finishing. Yes.
I am one my own. The NDC for what they affordable gas processing facility will do to all. I am one. Because I don't know my yet. Oh, please. I can't summon the ham and Bebano. I am one. So then, as part of the Jubilee gas, Jubilee discovery, one petroleum agreement now POD President Kufuor Nabedo Oya no Shishaina required the building of a gas processing facility.
Sure.
In fact, President Kufuor Nabedo discovered oil. Your party was in Parliament describing it as Ajungo. Yet the gas processing plant that became necessary as a result of the oil discovery, you want to take credit for it because it was built when you were in government. I just cannot understand. You want to take credit. So, when you're the OCTP gas, what the raw gas, what about onshore to build another facility to process? What did they do? ENI strips off all the liquids offshore, and sells the processed gas to us at the most expensive pipeline gas price in the whole world. Yet they have what will be on whatever. Sorry, yeah. Mama, come on. Wait careful now when you want to say.
Yes.
We have worked around the issues to try and resolve it for months. In fact, cash waterfall mechanism. They introduced it in 2018. When there was always a shortfall in the ECG1 collections to pay everybody in the value chain. And see, a bit like ECG, there is no discretion as to when an obit account at every point in time. We said that was not a fair system for paying value chain actors. And see, whatever yen distributing proportionately so that at least it be able to run their plant. What we have done as of August of last year, with the foreign IPPs no, yempede anyone bring issues biano. We have put them in tier 1, and their payments of their invoices that have been negotiated is fixed, $43 million per month. ECG pays it on the regular. Until from August to date, IPPs in the were current. There's an outstanding debt. Your friend legacy, if you like. On an abandon, you will renegotiate to pay it over a period of time. We've made significant progress in the negotiations. Masisi decided in there, you move West African gas pipeline, one services more to tier 1, so that it becomes part of the IPP payments now. And then regularly, ECG can pay directly under the cash water for
system,
tier 1, so we don't have this recurring threat going forward. And the tier 2 would be to pay the local IPPs and SOEs with some top-up from Ministry of Finance to ensure that at least for now we keep our energy sector stable, whilst we work on other means to improve ECG1 efficiency to generate more flows to pay everybody in the country.
Very well.
So that is the assurance that dumsor, as we know it, I mean, I will on the President Mahama Nonye, including Jinapor.
Okay. Mamena Mwase, Emre
just 1 minute, I beg you.
I said this is JJ. Obama, Messa Vessia Bemubio, indeed.
Me forward the press release we have 15th December 2023 from Gridco. Mr. Redeemite here for on this cash water for mechanism. Why? Japan is not well informed about what's happening there.
That's it.
I didn't serious exception. But this is not the first time that you said this. But because you are my brother, I let it go. But okay, stop. That I'm not informed about what is going on. What's that supposed to mean?
Because you just said that.
Please, listen. Gridco, I just finished a meeting with my minister and officials of Gridco, okay? And we've asked them to come on Tuesday to come and demonstrate all their revenues that they generate and to see whether that statement that they issued, that their senior staff, that they
it's not the revenue they generate. That is why I said you don't get the sector well. Gridco is saying, the cash water for mechanism, they are not receiving their share. That is different from the revenues they generate. When you say that, I conclude, sir, that in fact, you are not well briefed because we are talking of the cash water for mechanism and not the revenues that Gridco generates.
That statement, don't ever make it again. Please, let's keep the sanity of our relationship intact.
That I say that you've not been well briefed.
About.
Okay, then you are misinforming us. Let me put it that way. You've been well briefed, but you are deliberately misinforming us.
Critical one allocation of cash water for mechanism. Or your $107 million cedis over the past 5 months. They've been paid 164 over and above the allocation.
Say, if you insist, then I conclude that you are misinforming us.
Because of some statements.
Very well. Thank you. Two friends, two MPs who serve on the same committee. The Munina Ase and Honorable Andre Japamesa and Honorable John Jinapor on the power situation in our country.